Alright. We're going to take and try to square the ends up on this.
That don't work.
Remember, safety first. Notice the saw's not running. Alright. That is thin. A little bit too much.
Not really. That's actually what kind of what I wanted to do. Now I can get it in there.
Alright. See, now you take and do this. These are wafer thin.
Wafer thin.
Alright. Oh, I see what you're doing.
No. Shoot up a little more.
Back it up just a little bit. There you go. Oh yeah. The reason why we are waiting till that, you never want to reach towards the table saw that it's running, even if it's to get scrap out of the way. Oh, that's good.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
we just realized that.
In order for this table not to sink under its immense weight into the ground, because it's gonna be on grass, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a foot pad. Now what that's gonna do is it's gonna distribute the weight from it being these little edges here into a full-blown foot. And that way the table won't sink.
Yeah. But we can do that after we take and build all the legs. This way we're doing process.
Yes. You never want to go and try and do everything all at once. You will overload yourself.
Oh yeah. And that's our first leg, and we have
3 more to go.
3 more for this table alone.
Yep.
All right, thank you. We'll take and give you another update here in a little bit.
Better look.
All right. So what I've done is, in order, here, hold this so it doesn't. In order to make these, we fleshed up this end. We realized the one we made is like 1/2 inch short. That's fixable. So what I did was I measured 3 inches in from the end, 7/8 of an inch end, and that puts that in the middle of this board.
I just thought of something.
And then we have this one at 14 and the other one at 3.
I just thought of something. This maybe
So I just drilled the holes. I'm going to move over.
hold
So-
the board, and I'll go ahead and put the freaking bolts in.
Yep.
All right. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and we'll use a regular wrench to tighten down.
Yep.
As long as they are in, it's not going nowhere. Giggity. Alrighty. Now, if you're wondering why the board is wet, just to make it easier on my drill, I used a bit of WD-40 and I soaked the wood. Now, what that will do is when it
Here, hold that.
dries,
Hold that.
when the wood dries, then the wood itself will actually dry around the threads. It'll make them permanent instead of them having to be, cut in. Makes it a little easier on the screws and the wood. Now, let's tighten these up. Let's tighten these guys down. And once you got it nice and tightened down and into his comfortability.
The easiest way for me to tell is I listen for the wood to crack a little bit. No, it's not doing it on none.
Should look a little like that.
Yeah. Nice and tight. The reason you don't need to use as many bolts as we do, but we're doing this because of the sheer weight of this table.
It's probably going to exceed over 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, easily. And we got plenty of bolts.
Yeah, as you can see.
There we go.
All right.
Now, I'll let you do that one.
All right.
I'll hold the wood.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now, that will be a done deal table leg.
And the only difference between this table leg and this one is a 1/2 inch shorter. But that is easily correctable. As you can see here, 1/2 inch short. We can add a 1.5 inch foot pad to this one to make it the same as this one. But we got to figure out the foot pads we're going to make too.
Yeah.
Because we might just take and use some of this scrap lumber as foot pads. And then just add a 1/2 inch shim down there. Well, I don't know yet. We're still figuring that one out.
Alrighty. See you guys in a bit.
Alright. So we have our leg assembled, as you can see here. The foot pad, we just cut a 2x4 and then screwed it on both ends. Since this foot pad's going to be sitting in grass, we don't care that these are in. They're sticking out. Now, come out here to said table. And then we're going to do this. Actually, let's put it in the middle. And let me take some measurements and mark it on that side. This way you know where to drill.
Okay.
All right. So what we did for each leg, we put in 3 of the lag bolts. And then underneath, we put 1 going out. So this thing is not going anywhere. It is solid. Although we do need to screw in that lag bolt on the corner, because it's sticking out about 1/2 inch. But 2x4s, 4x4s, 2x6s, and a crap ton of lag bolts, and we have a table.
Now, by no means is this thing
Here.
functional. Yeah.
You talked to him while I was screwing this one in.
By no means is this practical, but it works.
Oh, it is very practical.
Once we get the entire thing, you know, spit and polish and everything, get the lag bolts on top a little lower to the table itself, we're gonna do a jump test and see how sturdy this thing actually is. And with any luck, this behemoth of a table will be all right.
There we go.
Now remember, people, measure twice, cut once. That is a carpenter's rule. We actually had a couple of hiccups ourselves doing that, but this is how far we've gotten, and we measured twice and cut once. All right, we all good in there?
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and get these guys a little bit more table level?
Yeah. Fortunately, it did cool off while we've been working on building the legs, so we're not sweating our huevos off while we're out here. That was split, but that's okay. We are good.
Alrighty, let's do the jump test. First, wiggle. There's no wiggle.
Oh, man. Here. Oh, damn.
Yeah, this thing is sturdy. Yeah, we are moving around and everything. Like,
We have a table.
this is a solid table.
We have a table. Now, this is one table. We still gotta build the legs for that one.
And all the drill work and all that.
Yeah,
Right.
we might actually take and continue this project next week.
I'm fine with that.
Because it is hot and it is Sunday evening, and now both of us are just absolutely soaking wet. As you can see, I have all the trash cleaned out so I can get in my garage from Ted's. We got to roll off. We got to go through and sort a little bit so it's not sticking up like that mattress there, which isn't ours. It was a friend's, but they were moving, so they threw it in there.
Back to the table.
Oh, I am so happy about this thing.
I want to eat out here. I'd say, hey, let's take it around the front and just eat outside.
But this table is heavy.
Yeah, I'd probably clock it in at about 125, 130 pounds.
Yeah, it takes
minimum.
2 people to move a table. And as you can see here, these are nails. Probably put in with an air gun by the looks of it.
But honestly, it's fine. It will make
Yeah.
the table a little more flexible during the summer and winter.
Yep. Oh, that thing has like no give. It is sturdy. Yeah, and that's just rocking from,
Yeah.
that's not actual table movement. That's just the table rocking because the ground's on level. Yeah, it ain't going anywhere.
I'm over 220 pounds, and this thing isn't budging.
Yeah, both of us were up there. Yeah, so it had about 430 pounds on it. This, yeah, it's not going anywhere. We has table. But now we were able to take and use a bunch of the scrap wood for the table legs. And I actually had the lag bolts because they were buried over in there. So I had to go through and dig through that. But that's where the lag bolts come because I've had them for years now.
Fair warning, if any of you decide to do this in this kind of heat, keep some water on you, because trust me, you're going to want it.
Definitely. As you can tell, it is right out here. Unfortunately, we've been inside most of this, but still, as you can tell here, this is a gray shirt, light gray shirt. And here's, yeah, you can see the light gray over in here. Both of us are just coated in sweat. But for my birthday, what I got here, my dad gave me a bench grinder, yay, and a hand grinder, which is something I've been needing. And apparently, my mom is getting me a airbrush.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I know.
That's nice.
Yeah. So that I can continue with working on building the Mandalorian armor, and there's going to be some updates about that too. So I'm thinking about redoing some parts of it. But I still got to get a sewing machine. So thank you for joining me today on, well, me and Dallas today on William's Adventures. And let's go on an adventure and create something new.